Hi, I'm living, breathing HPV culture, Trixie Mattel.
And I'm the half Panamanian Tiffany Pollard, Edward Hansen.
And welcome to Hashtag After Show. And today we are recapping episode 10 of American Horror Story Hotel. Finally, this show is giving us everything.
Oh my God, it's death and life because we're addicted.
Last
we love
week
it.
was so good, and this week just like ride continues, plot twist. It's so good.
It was like one of those 24-hour orgasms that I've never experienced, but I so hear about, I'm so jealous about.
Last week we were like dying because we couldn't recap all of it, but this week
It's really hitting the male G spot.
it's small bites this week.
Yeah.
It's delicious bites.
It's
but
tapas.
It's small plates. We're gonna recap the 5 most important points of this week's episode. Girl, tell the viewers what you experienced last week.
Okay, I don't want to be RAG, but I may or may not have bumped into a writer from American Horror Story Hotel, and he was Trey's cute and Trey's complimentary, and he said that they love and live for us, and I basically shut my Uber and screamed. I was like Lady Gaga when she found out Valentina was alive again. Like, I lost my shit because it was like the best thing, and we love you too, so.
We love you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for being such sick fucks and writing this amazing show.
And just know that when we talk shit, we mean it. I feel like a Britney Spears impersonator with Britney Spears in the audience now.
Now, are we talking like Britney when she was at like that 2005 MTV
We're
performance?
talking 2008 VMAs.
Oh yeah, where
Gimme
she
More. Yeah.
Okay, love it. Where she was doing like a little bit of a lazy Gimme More. I love it.
Well, this season of American Horror Story, they've got us what we call edging, which is in sex. Instead of making you orgasm, you get this close and stop. Every episode, every 15 minutes, I have like a scream moment and then stop.
Ooh, if I were...
We screamed a lot this episode.
Oh, we screamed. It was amazing. It was Scream 1, 2, and 3.
We fucking screamed.
We screamed.
Because in this show, people can get killed at any time, so out of nowhere. Our first scream moment this week was point number 5. We lost Valentino and Latasha.
By
Point blank
Felicia's
shooting.
The whack Dahlia shows up thinking that she's gonna cut a bitch, and she is like, I should have killed you when we were doing that tango or whatever, and then she's all like, pulls out a knife like she's gonna fucking stab her. Like, are you kidding?
Well, it was the equivalent of showing up to a fashion show and be like, you don't know about me, and putting on gauchos. Cut away. We've got Donovan versus Valentino having this standoff. And then Valentino's like, you know what, fucker? I have this pirate sword. I don't know why, but you're going down. And he pulled out the sword, and Donovan goes, bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
So Donovan takes on Valentino, bam, and then Gaga takes out Natasha, bam. And in the first like 5 minutes, that whole thing is resolved.
Oh, but remember,
I guess.
he was all like, oh, you think I'm so pretty, but you're not gonna be pretty anymore, because he shoots up his face.
Shoots him in the face, and then he says, I'm the fucking one with the fucking cheekbones. Why does Matt Bomer know that she said that? Because he was dead when she said that.
But the point is, he was trying to send a message to Lady Gaga, and she was like, not only am I gonna kill your man, but I'm gonna shoot up his beautiful ass face.
I can barely handle losing that beautiful actor Finn once, and now we lost him twice.
I know.
He better come back next episode.
Yeah, even with a shot up face, I'll still take him.
And that time you had to suffer the death of this person, what if we did it again? What a fucking shitty life to live in this like hallway, garbage, like brick closet, and then you get out and you're like, this is my moment. Here's my sword.
Right.
And here's the thing. Why did Natasha go to kill major vampire Lady Gaga with a letter opener?
I mean, she's a slut from the 30s. She clearly has never left the 30s, and she was like, I'm gonna kill you with this box cutter, honey.
Gaga's gonna find out that her other lover was wasted by Bomer.
And he really wanted to stick it where it hurts and not in the fun way.
I love when Valentino's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm you.
Yeah.
Because he knows that Gaga was basically trying to create her lost lover in this other person. Oh, and then I loved when Gaga was like, babe, can you go clean up my mess? And then he was like, how about you clean up my mess? Why don't you text your boyfriend who doesn't even know how to text? Which if you have a boyfriend who can't text you or send you dick pics,
what's the point?
what is the fucking point? Gaga's like, would you please clean up my mess, Bomer, baby? Meaning, Will Drake's body is quickly decaying. Which, surprise! I thought he was gonna be a vampire, but of course it's the hotel and he's a ghost.
Yeah.
Still here.
Okay, so Lady Gaga is being interviewed by the police dressed like Walter Matthau, and she literally...
Oh, Lady Gaga looked fully like the old man from Up. She had her hair in a bun and she was like, he's been gone.
No, she wasn't a good liar. She's like, I haven't seen him and I'm so concerned. It's not like him. Will Drake pops up in there, does a Naomi Campbell walk into the room, and he's like, not tonight, honey. I'm still alive. And the cops are like, oh, oh, okay, well, our work's done here because he's dead / alive. It's the Hotel Cortez.
If you hate someone and you want them fucking dead, don't kill them in this hotel. This is very season 1 when the one guy, his girl he's having an affair with, he kills her on the same property as the murder house, and then she's fucking walking
One
around
of the
as
Mara
well.
sisters, Rooney, I don't know.
You don't kill people you want gone on this property.
Someone calls her out for that. James Patrick Mara, she's like, in the saga of Kill Will, you don't kill him at the Hotel Cortez because he's just gonna come back and fuck with you, honey. She threatens Lachlan. She's like, honey, that Jennifer Aniston looking ass boy, I'm gonna come after him and maybe I'll take his money too because she's his legal guardian.
When he gets older, I'll take his money if I fucking let him live that long.
Right.
In this show, if a loved one goes missing or dies, you just don't care about it. Which brings us to Detective John and Alex are kind of back together. And they're like, hey, remember that time we were like shitty fucking parents?
Yeah, Scarlett's in foster care, thriving with a new family, and her parents are murdering people and dead.
It was kind of cute because Detective West finally gets reunited with his son. And then he goes, he looked exactly as I remember him, which was so cute and gorgeous. And even though he's a serial killer, I kind of feel bad for him because he is hot. And
You feel bad for him?
well, like if you're an ugly serial killer, you're terrible. But if you're a hot serial killer, it's like... So they're back kind of in love, even though they're like, aren't we getting a divorce? Why are we sleeping together? They obviously still have feelings for each other. Because the main thing that was coming between them was the fact that they lost their kid. Now that he's back, they're kind of turning back into their old loving selves, which is cute. But then Hypodermic Sally is like, are you fucking her? Are you fucking coming at her? Are you fucking coming at her tits?
I know.
If you're in a relationship, are you the Sally or are you the John?
Obviously, it's Sally.
I I'm normally the John, because I kill people. When you're the side bitch, always wear waterproof mascara, because when it eventually goes down, you can cry with dignity.
And make sure that credit card is prepaid, honey, because it's gonna be cut off soon.
Well, she's not having it, because she's like ready to stab him. He gets in the elevator and she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, or you're gonna come back to me, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna kill her. Chloe doesn't know that her beautiful husband, John, is now a fucking killer, and always has been a killer.
Is Chloe really in a position to judge? I mean, she like basically turned all these kids into vampires.
She didn't
and,
mean to.
Yeah, and she also has like a weird Oedipal complex for her son. I mean, is she really in a position to judge? I think not.
It's not just John's recently been killing. We found out John's been killing for years. Well, John's going back to his wife, but Sally's been kind of with him for 5 years while he's been killing. I mean, addicts always go back to what their thing is. I bet you he was sexually attracted to her still.
Yeah, and I think the side chick might win this one.
dick.
Yeah.
I was so jealous.
I know, she did. And then also remember when we saw his like beautiful pink nipple amidst all the gorgeous, luscious black fur on his chest, and I was like, oh my God, that's my favorite kind of nipple. That's
Do I have
amazing.
to be a crimped ghost of a crackhead to get a little play? I honestly think he might be over it, and I think Sally's gonna come back to bite him in the ass somehow. Detective John takes his wife and his son, and they're like, let's get out of here. On his way out,
Hypodermic Sally's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Yeah, we also had a little flash of the pot sticker man when she said, maybe I'll kill your wife, and pot sticker man was in her ear talking to her. I think he's trying to get back with his family, but honestly, I think Hypodermic Sally, you can't just walk away from that. She's a psychopath.
Sally's dead, so it's not like you have to worry about her getting pregnant. I mean, that's, woo! I mean, that's already such a relief for you, so it's like, gosh. I know who I'd pick.
Gaga's like, if you don't take care of these kids, you have one chance, or I'm killing you, and I'm gonna kill your son. So now it's also Detective John's problem. He doesn't want his son to die.
And they show up at that like beautiful old mansion. They see the dead little girl who's like having weird.
She's got measles.
She's got vampire
Because remember,
measles.
the original kid had measles, and he gave his blood to all these people. That's why they all have measles. If they don't eat, they get measles.
And then they try to kill Chloe, and unsuccessfully.
Well, here's the fucking thing. If a kid came at me with a
They're
knife,
just like the Kardashians.
I'd
Are you
kill
kidding
him.
me?
I will kill a kid. I mean,
You
I'm
would.
also not a kid person. So if a vampire kid came at me, thank you for giving me a reason. I've flown on enough flights with kids that I wouldn't fucking battle Lash. Done, done, done. Bye. It'd be whack-a-mole with these stupid kids. Take them out. They're kids with measles. One of the kids dies of measles because that was the kid that wasn't feeding. Do you remember? The kid dies, and then again, Chloe Sevigny's like, come with me I will keep you safe at the hotel, and they come.
Yeah.
So
she's
right
like,
now,
wink,
at
wink.
least the kid problem is contained within this brick hallway with Ramona Royale, who kind of wants to kill him, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, ooh, appetizers. Once again, they're at a top. They're at a
If I was a
child
vampire
tapas.
and I had to kill someone to eat them,
Who'd you
I would
start
kill
with?
kids.
Yeah, which kid would you start with?
The cocky one, the one that was wearing like a boss
to
t-shirt.
go. He has to go.
I'm not a kid person. Like in Matilda when the Trunchbull says, I hate children, glad I never was one. That's me. This takes us to point number 2. Something really important and exciting happens, but it starts out because Liz is like, I want out. And Kathy Bates is like, if you have unfinished business, your son, you kill yourself in this hotel, you're stuck here.
Right.
Which is really Liz's nightmare because she wants out of this situation.
It was like a Thelma and Louise premeditated suicide pact. I mean, they were seriously, like, they were contemplating exactly how it was going to be done, too.
Because then Kathy was like, if you're going, let's do it together. Because she's over it. Because frankly, she's like, my son is always going to be smitten and in love with this fucking monster, not me. Which is really actually kind of sad.
Yeah, it's super sad.
Kathy Bates was super cute this episode with her little glasses. And like, she's kind of a vampire against her will. And she's so over it now that she has zero hope for her son coming back to her.
And you loved her oh so very now cat meme. You loved when she did that, when she created that cat meme for her 3 Twitter followers. You know, There is
nothing funnier than old people on a computer, especially when they create a video slideshow like she did for her 3 Instagram followers.
Right.
I know you want options if you're gonna kill yourself. Some of that shit on this, what the fuck?
It was like the supplantation of murder weapons.
Why,
I mean, there was
why
everything there that you could want.
out? There was like a plastic bag on that bed. What are you gonna do? Hefty your own body, your own self to death?
I'd probably buy like a very, very beautiful vintage Mercedes and then lock myself in a garage.
Well, I would wear a matted wig and then I would just die of embarrassment. But Kathy Bates and Liz Taylor are like, let's go out together. But Liz Taylor's like, I gotta take care of my unfinished business.
Right.
I gotta meet my son. I can't imagine.
I'm mad at it, Douglas. Yeah, I was not mad at it in a very, you know, Morgan Stanley executive kind of way.
I never met my real dad, so I could imagine the heightened experience of later in life meeting your father or meeting your son. If I was Liz, I would have put a wig on for the occasion, but that's just me.
I think that, you know, there's a very dark moment there where both Trixie and I were absolutely convinced that they were going to F-U-C-K.
Viewers at home, when you watched this, did you think that Liz was gonna have some kind of relations with her son? Because I did.
He was kind of low pro hitting on her a little bit. He was like, so.
I like your sequins.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, honey, you married, and that's just what y'all do.
I wanted the son to be like a bald-headed 25-year-old in the same Liz Taylor look and be like, I'm looking for my father.
Sequins, I know, beautiful earrings.
And then we don't think he knows. And then the son goes, Liz Taylor goes, there's something that's difficult to tell you. And he goes, it doesn't have to be difficult, Dad. And then the son says, you know, I'm getting married, but there's room for another woman in my life.
Oh, I know. And
could that have gone more beautiful?
Oh, wait, he's a feminist? I'm like, if he weren't already married, excuse me, that doesn't change anything. I'd still steal him.
And I mean, after we just saw Liz Taylor go through hell with losing her lover, to have a good thing happen to her is like, if you've ever been different and been surprised by a loved one for how accepting they are, that is a feeling. That is an important feeling, and this show went there, and I'm so happy they did.
When your otherness is accepted and when you have a lot of otherness, you know, that's a very heartwarming moment.
Like one time I went to my mom and I said, Mom, I'm a really beautiful celebrity. You know, and she was very accepting.
Yeah, and I went to my mom and she was like, stop walking like that.
So finally, Liz is gonna get her closure when she dies. But wait, because this amazing experience, she doesn't want to die anymore.
Right. It was sort of like when you have a pregnancy pact with your friends and then you get pregnant, your friend's like, I'm actually don't want to get pregnant.
I know.
And then you're like, I'm pregnant though. And then you're like 60, you're like, what? And then, yeah, totally been there.
And this is what I don't believe. Kathy Bates goes from, these are my weapons I'm gonna use to kill myself. And he's like, why don't we spruce up this B&B? And she's like, cool.
Yeah, she's like, let's make this, we're the Golden Girls. Let's fucking own this shit. She's like, this is our home in Miami. Let's fuck your Blanche.
They go from the suicide pact to kill themselves to let's take care of the shitbags who basically have fucked our lives.
From a suicide pact to a murder pact in less than 30 seconds.
We've made it to our number one point, which is, let's set the scene.
Matt Bomer is hotline blinging, okay? He is on his Drake crooner. And honey, I get it too. He's smoking a cigarette, dancing. Him and Gaga face off, and he does that sick fuck thing, which Annabella Sciorra did to Tony Soprano, where she's like, kill me, kill me, kill me.
She found the body, and
Valentino.
She's like, why didn't you run? He's like, well, you'd find me. And number two, you killing me is almost like an act of love in a way. It's very, very
yeah,
sick.
He's like, now I can love you forever or something, because I think maybe he'll be haunting the Cortez.
In the beginning of the season, we felt kind of bad for like the sad dog, puppy dog Bomer, who was in love with something that couldn't love him back. But really, this is not love. This is like a sick, it's an obsession thing.
It was very Glorious / Tony Soprano, except the joke's on them.
Doors kick open.
Boom.
Drake music starts again, and it's Liz Taylor and Kathy Bates gunning hoes down.
We lost our shit because are you kidding me? That's how they go out? Your own mom and Liz Taylor kill you?
It's kind of good though.
Yeah.
Because I thought one of them was gonna kill the other. I thought maybe Bomer was gonna kill Gaga.
Right.
And
I thought Gaga was for sure gonna kill him. It just goes to show that the best way to get over someone is to kill them.
Kathy Bates, in her mind, her son's kind of already dead.
Yeah, she's like, you're so whipped at this point, you might as well be dead.
But they also didn't show them getting shot, so part of me thinks they're gonna survive or something.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if she's got like a good Glock.
I guess they'll be ghosts, right?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. I mean, it'd have to be. Where else the hell they're gonna be?
It's kind of a shitty thing, because in this show, they kill someone because they need them gone. But killing them means they're stuck with you forever.
Right.
Yeah, now that the threat of Gaga and the threat of Bomer and that's gone, I'm hoping predictions. Next episode, the real threat is going to be Hypodermic Sally getting her heroin ghost revenge fantasy.
The ultimate thing she could do is killing Holden. I mean, she has nothing left. What does she have left?
The title of the next episode is Battle Royale. Ramona Royale's still alive, and now Gaga's gone.
What is Ramona gonna do? I mean,
She's gonna get out of that wall and be so ready for revenge, and she's gonna feel so like, oh man, like
she's gonna be
she missed out.
pissed. And then Ramona Royale, Liz Taylor, and Kathy Bates can live in like a Golden Girls hotel compound.
Oh my God, I want Liz and Kathy to have like the most fierce Golden Girls beauty.
Yeah,
like where they do
totally.
like pottery painting.
Right, and like, I mean, Liz Taylor's clearly Blanche, and Ramona's Dorothy, and Kathy's obviously Rose. We just need a Sophia character, and we're in.
Our most Gaga moment. I liked the black dress she wore when she killed Natasha. I wasn't in love with the hair because it was like an elderly Daphne Guinness moment, but the dress was that snatched waist with the big shoulders and the big bustle here. I love that.
I loved her Walter Matthau moment when she had the slick back accountant hair and she looked like she was gonna do your taxes, but also kill you. I love that. Like, I just thought that was a really nice change
Her
for
grumpy
her.
old man illusion.
Yeah, it was like, you know, that all she knew was to feel around. And it would have been, you know, grumpy old men 5, you know, whatever.
I like how that's her like weak, innocent look, and she's essentially dressing up as how Alex Close Opinion normally dresses.
I know, yeah, totally. She was like, stole her. She's like, I need to look like a basic bitch. Let me steal Chloe Sevigny's clothes.
For really the first time in this whole season, Gaga looked slightly dumpy.
Yeah.
And she still looks chic, so.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I thought it was a nice change for her.
Our hunk of horror is
Valentino with his face shot up.
Dude.
I mean, there's nothing sexier
moment
than a
of
star.
silence for Valentino.
I know.
He's gone again.
It's not fun when hot people die.
My horror hunk is definitely Valentino. Although, shout out to Cheyenne Jackson because when he walked in thinking we'd never see him again, he was strapping.
Oh, he was, honey.
Oh, shout out to the son, Douglas.
Yeah, shout out to our Morgan Stanley executive, Douglas, who I would love to marry and love to move to Colorado with and start a business of some sort. I don't know what the hell he said.
Well, you guys should do like an alpaca farm.
Yeah, we should. Okay, I would do that with him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was cute, he was dressed all cute, and then he totally won our hearts when he was just like, there's room for another woman in my life, Dad.
He was a sensitive thug.
Join us back in 3 weeks because we're gonna pick this shit up, okay? 2016 style, you with us?
Ooh, a new year, a new beginning, a new you. I love it.
Your changing look. What's your New Year's resolution, Edward?
To be less of a fucking dreamboat. What's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is like to focus more on my fucking self. No, I don't know. I always am aspiring towards my greatness. I don't need a special day of the year to do it.
Ooh. Happy holidays!
Don't forget to subscribe to Wow Presents.